What's up, everyone, and welcome to my reviews for Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. And of course, this is in preparation for The Dark Knight Rises, which I saw all three of these films, Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Rises, all together yesterday at a AMC movie trilogy. Yeah, that's right. I saw all three movies at once, from start to finish, and then I had like a 20-30 minute break in between, and then we just kept going and going and going. And 9 hours, I got there at 5, almost 10 hours of just sitting there watching Batman. And I've done movie marathons before, but this one was the most excruciating because the seats were annoying. Let me just say that. I had to bend my neck this way because I was all the way on the left, and I bent my neck this way to see the entire screen. And oh my god, first of all, I'm fat, so if I have the cup holders down, it's just like squeezing me. I'm like this, and yeah, I'm doing that voice too. And I'm just watching the screen like this, and it was excruciating. But it was Batman, so I withheld. I fought the cup holders, and I fought, and I won. And I watched all of it, and wow, it was an exhausting experience. And I want to do a real quick review for Batman Begins and The Dark Knight before I do Dark Knight Rises. And they're going to be real quick reviews, okay? Let's get straight into it, okay? Well, not straight into it. It's been 2 minutes already. Without further ado, let's actually talk about these movies, okay? Batman Begins. Oh my god. First of all, Batman Begins is a fantastic start to a trilogy. It really is. And it is very overlooked. When it came out, it didn't do as amazing as The Dark Knight did. It did good. It made like 200 million. Maybe like 500 million overall for foreign and over here in USA. But it didn't do amazing like The Dark Knight did. But it really is a movie that should have, because it's so good. It's a great start to Batman, and Bruce Wayne is such a fantastic and really likable character in this movie. I mean, you really care for him, and Christian Bale does his all in this. I mean, he is a perfect Bruce Wayne. He is the best Bruce Wayne or Batman I have ever seen. And people will complain about his voice in this one, more in The Dark Knight, and even Dark Knight Rises, but I think it's a fantastic voice, in my opinion. It really is. I understand what he's saying. He sounds grisly, he sounds intimidating. I wouldn't want to screw with that guy because he looks tough, and, you know, yeah, I really like the voice. And here it's just a great little origin story of how he became Batman, how he trained with the League of Shadows, run by Ra's al Ghul, and how he just became Batman pretty much because of it. And I just think it's a great origin story. It really is. One problem I do have with it is that the action isn't filmed all that great, so it's a lot of like shaky, like if I did this the entire time. Whoa. If I did that, place back. If I did that the entire time when I'm fighting and stuff, and it's a little cumbersome, I guess you could say. Cumbersome? Yeah. And it's a little annoying, let's say that. You would be like, what the hell's going on? Oh my god, am I watching Transformers fight? I can't really tell. Yeah, it's not the greatest action out there. But for the most part, it's a great origin story, great acting from everybody. Even Katie Holmes as Rachel Dawes, Christian Bale, Bruce Wayne's long time, not girlfriend, but friend. And even her, who got recast in the second movie, I thought she did a great job. I don't know, I really liked her in this film. And of course, Liam Neeson, Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman, a bunch of other actors in the film. Everybody did a great job. Cillian Murphy, who is one of my favorite underrated actors out there, does a great job. So overall, I think this is a fantastic film. I'm going to give it, just because of that action part, I'm going to give it a 38 out of 40. Only because of the action part. It really let it down a little bit, but for the most part, this is a fantastic beginning to a great trilogy. I don't know, we'll find out when I review The Dark Knight Rises, but first, let's review The Dark Knight. Now, The Dark Knight, of course, a movie that has become even more popular since it came out in 2008, and it was extremely popular. It became like the highest grossing non-Titanic movie in America. And that's a lot. That's a big thing, because Titanic was just one of those things that was not really all that well made. Besides the special effects, it was just a movie for women, and it was specifically for them. It was made for comic book nerds and, you know, some action fans too, I guess. And it made so much money. It was a big thing. And it just became more popular and popular till this day. And I'm just gonna say it. The Dark Knight is in, I think I said this in my pre-review, it's in my top 3 favorite movies of all time. Like The Godfather, and I think Goodfellas is in there, and then this. I mean, I love this film. It's absolutely amazing. I have no complaints with this movie. Might as well just stop the review here. I have absolutely no complaints. Actually, no, I have no complaints. I have none. You know, I was going to say some of the extras are a little weak here, but they're really like extras that just say one word here and there and that's it. That's about it. And that shouldn't really decrease from my enjoyment of this film. It was absolutely amazing. First of all, Christian Bale comes back again, and most of the time here he is Batman. He's not really Bruce Wayne anymore. They've set up his origin story. They set up who his character is. It's just more of a continuation of what his character truly means. And he is fantastic in the film, especially as Batman with all the choreography. The action is much better. It's so much better. It's filmed way better. And the way he fights, some people aren't going to like it because it's more like the very slow kind of combat and stuff, but he's also in I don't know, I'm going to say like a 50 to 60 pound suit maybe, you know, not in the movie. The movie it's probably more, but like in real life it's probably a lot of latex and stuff under that shit, but you know, about 30 pounds maybe in when he was actually doing the choreography while filming the movie. But you know, he's slow, he's not really like jujitsu, he's not flipping around, and if he did that I would be like, oh my god, this is ridiculous to watch. But you know, I thought the combat for the most part was good, and the fight scenes were really cool, especially some of the ones later on in the film when he has the little sonar vision and stuff, and he's looking for everybody that's on this big ass building and stuff. It was really cool. It was awesome set pieces, and of course that truck part where it flips over, amazing. One of the best scenes I've ever seen in a movie, because when I saw it in the theater with everybody again, everybody was like, whoa. Even when they saw it already, they were like, oh my god. Seeing it on the big screen again, they're like, yeah, we should have saw this in IMAX, because that would have been amazing. I didn't see it in IMAX, but I wish I did. So yeah, that was amazing. But of course, I've been negating the fact that, of course, Heath Ledger as the Joker. Rest in peace, bro. Rest in peace, because you did an absolutely amazing job in this. You are the Joker. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Jack Nicholson was amazing. Cesar Romero, back in the day, was amazing. But even Mark Hamill is amazing as the voice. But in my opinion, Heath Ledger is... I'm gonna get fucking shat on for this. Not because he's just dead, not because, oh, I feel sad because he's dead. No, because I think he is the best Joker of all time. He is, first of all, he's humorous, he's very funny, he's very sick, he's a very sick individual. For only about, I would say, an hour that he's on screen, he gives us so many things like sick humor. We want to know about his origin, but they're not going to tell us because no one knows. No one knows even his name. They give us, of course, a very charismatic character. They give us a pretty much an equal opponent to Batman, and it's just, of course, a very iconic character nowadays, and he absolutely embodied that character, and he did an absolutely amazing job. The Dark Knight is a movie that is absolutely fantastic, and I didn't even explain the story. I don't think I need to, really. You know what the story is. The Joker comes, wrecks shit, Batman has to go stop him. There you go. And it's still an amazing story. Phenomenal acting all around. Of course, you have the returning cast: Michael Caine, Lucius Fox. You have a car in the background. You have Maggie Gyllenhaal playing Rachel Dawes this time, besides Katie Holmes. You have Aaron Eckhart, who plays, of course, Harvey Dent, who later becomes Two-Face, spoiler. And everybody did a fantastic job all around. Everybody did. No one did a terrible job. The script was amazing for both of these films, Batman and this one, Batman Begins and this one. And it's just such an amazing film. The Dark Knight gets a 40 out of 40, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Nothing bad to say at all. And I love seeing it in the theater again. After I watched this about 15, 16 times again, 15, 16 times in my life, seeing it again in theaters was a huge treat. Thank you, AMC, for doing that, the whole trilogy. Even though I had to pay $25, still, it was a very nice treat. So those were my reviews for Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. They weren't really short, but whatever. Yeah, I go on forever. So you know what? That's it. That was Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. You know what's next? Oh yeah, you do. It's time to do The Dark Knight Rises in the next part where I review it. So until then, thank you. The Dark Knight Rises, the big epic conclusion to the Nolan trilogy of Batman. Let's do this. Yeah.